been about a month since we planted our garden. There are the potatoes. They were planted a little bit afterwards. This over here is borage, which we've got some growing in the planter, but I think we're going to tear that up because it's doing so incredibly well over here. This is another plant that you have to be careful with. It can be invasive. It just kind of sprouted up. We cleared the area for something else and it took over. So we're going to keep it there. This is my latest little project. This is one of the flower boxes that we're using for herb planting. I took most of those rocks that we had dug up from when we were prepping the garden and just kind of broke them up. And they're about a foot apart, and in here we've got sage, marjoram, thyme, parsley, oregano, and chives. So hopefully all of that will be sprouting up soon. It has been rainy, it has been cloudy for the past few weeks, so I haven't really been able to do anything. It's finally getting clear enough that I can come out and show you guys. I have to say I'm a little disappointed with one side of the garden. One side is just growing like crazy. It's sprouting up like nothing else, and the other side is just kind of there. And this is part of the side that's just kind of there. We've got carrots and peppers. I had to replant peppers and tomatoes. Not all survived, and not all the replantings survived. So we're going to do another planting of onions. Hopefully that'll go better. This is tomatoes. We've got a weed. That's one thing for sure, is we've got a weed. This is tomatoes and hopefully basil, if it ever pops up. We'll see. We've got beets and tomatoes and onions on the sides. Like I said, we got to do another planting of onions. But the beets are doing really good. All of the root vegetables are doing really good on this side. But it's the other ones that aren't doing so hot. We've got 2 tomato plants that survived over here. And here, supposed to have peppers and basil. The basil looks like it's coming up. I think we've got 1 or 2 pepper plants that have come up. I just think that this should be doing a whole lot better than it is. But over here we've got more carrots. The onions are doing really good over here, and so is the garlic. And supposed to have tomato plants. I have not seen any yet. We replanted and I'm not so sure they're doing so good. Oh wait. There's one. There's one. One out of the replantings. Over here we have squash and gourds, along with I think at least 1 garlic plant. But squash and gourds are over here. We're going to trellis those. I'll show you that. Over here we've got spinach and Swiss chard on the sides with beans in the middle. They're pole beans. We're going to put up some trellises for the poles, for the beans themselves. And then this one is bush beans and a little bit of corn. We had a little bit of corn left over, so I said let's just plant it. There's supposed to be eggplant in here too in the middle. That did not survive. We're going to have to replant that. Over here we've got pole beans, more pole beans. We've got 3 different kinds of beans. We have a bush bean, that's kind of a green bean. We've got a pole bean, and we've got a lima bean, that's a pole bean. And broccoli is supposed to be here. I'm seeing 1 broccoli plant that survived. So we're going to have to replant that too. And then this is the one spot that's doing really, really well. This is peas and corn. We got sugar snap peas and we're growing popcorn. And they are doing really well together. So, you know, it's kind of working out. We're trying to do what we can to make it work. See, here's the borage flowers. There are the borage flowers. They're purple and blue. And this breed of borage, you can use both the leaves and the flowers. Mostly for teas. You can eat the flowers themselves. I would not recommend eating the leaves. They're kind of prickly. Our garden's a month old, and there are some parts of it that I'm very proud about and very excited about, and then there are other parts where I feel a little short. But that's part of gardening. You just kind of have to keep working at it, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So keep at it. I know I will, and hopefully we'll be able to have some more to show you. Hopefully it'll stay dry long enough to be able to show you some more. And good luck with the garden.